What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. So, in this video, I want to talk about the first game of the playoffs, that being the Milwaukee Bucks and the Miami Heat. Now, just to do a little bit of a backstory, it was 2 years ago in the Eastern Conference Finals when Milwaukee had their breakthrough season, Giannis winning the first of his two league MVPs. But it was Toronto that set the blueprint, for how to stop and contain Giannis. You know what I'm saying? Basically to wall him off and force other people to beat you. And after the Milwaukee Bucks won the first two games of that series, Toronto won four consecutive to eliminate them in 6 games. Last year, Giannis won his second consecutive MVP, but this time they didn't even make it to the conference in the semis. They were eliminated by the Miami Heat in 5, basically mimicking the same strategy that Toronto had done before. Um, this time, of course, the team is a little bit more retooled. It's not some of the same players. Gone is Bledsoe. Now they have Drew Holiday. And, Drew Holiday is probably a more consistent player. Well, actually, he is a more consistent player than Eric Bledsoe offensively. Over the last 20 something games, he's been a 40+% 3-point shooter. He's been an efficient scorer. Can he continue that along with his stellar defensive play throughout the playoffs and give Milwaukee a boost? Maybe Milwaukee can have a surprising run during these playoffs. But they're facing the same foe that eliminated them last year. And earlier on, it looked like the Miami Heat were going to beat them again. You know what I'm saying? Now, Jimmy Butler started off the game horribly. I think he was only 1 of 10 from the field at one point. And this particular game was dominated by, for the Miami Heat, it was their outside shooting. Duncan Robertson had 24 points. Tyler Hero had 10. Dragic had 25. Um, you know, and that's something that Milwaukee has struggled with over the past couple of years, is containing the 3-point shot for their opponent. They've been struggling with that. And one of the things you might notice for long stretches is that it's more difficult, or it seems like it's more difficult for Milwaukee to score as opposed to their opponent. Um, one thing that I think benefited Milwaukee today is the fact that Bam Adebayo is not a good jump shooter. Okay, um, so that was a matchup uh, that was sort of neutral. If anything, Giannis was a little bit better jump shooter than Bam Adebayo. So that's one thing that was in their favor. But throughout this entire game, it was nip and tuck for the most part. Um, and it looked like Milwaukee had the victory toward the end of regulation, but Jimmy Butler was able to make a driving, scoring layup as time expired and send the game in overtime. Now, Butler had 17 points, but he was not that efficient. And throughout the overtime, it was still nip and tuck. But, this is the thing. I think with this game, even though Giannis did not shoot very efficiently, only 10 of 27 from the floor, I think the fact that he got help from Middleton and he got help from Drew Holiday was just enough to offset his inefficiency. Uh, this particular game is different. It's not like Giannis was missing threes or jumpers. It was more that he was missing normal shots in the paint that he makes. You know what I'm saying? But Drew Holiday's 20 points, 11 rebounds. Uh, Khris Middleton's 27, which was I think the game high, and the eventual game winner. That was enough to seal the deal. And Jimmy Butler's attempt at the buzzer was blocked because with zero point 0.5 seconds remaining, you really only could do a catch and shoot. And Milwaukee survived. Now, they were able to survive. They won. It was a very important victory. Um, but let's be honest. Had Miami won this game, the Giannis critics would have had a field day. Because to me, Giannis was choking. Okay. Now the stat line looks good: 26 points, 18 rebounds, 5 assists. But when you look at the inefficiency and you look at the type of shots he was missing, not threes, not deep threes, but a lot of them in the paint. I know people have bad games, but after a while, you know what I'm saying, you have to be realistic. You know what I'm saying? If Giannis lost again in the first round of all, then the criticisms start becoming more legit. You know what I'm saying? Um, got to tip my hat to Khris Middleton, man. He made a hell of a shot, and you know, Drew Holiday was solid. And we'll have to see how this team performs for the rest of the series because I think this is going to be a pretty close series. I think that if you're a Milwaukee Bucks fan, this might be a frustrating series. I could just, you know, look, if you're Milwaukee, you hope you sweep them or it's best of five, or excuse me, 4 games of 1. Um, but for some reason, something's telling me this series is going to go 6 or 7 games. I could be wrong, but I just have that feeling that it's going to be one of those games when Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero, all these guys are going to be fucking going bananas from outside. Jimmy Butler's going to have a good game with 25 points. And I don't see Khris Middleton always putting up 30 points. Um, I think Brooke Lopez had what, 15? What did Brooke Lopez have? Brooke Lopez had 18 points and 8 rebounds. So he played very well. Bobby Portis had 8 points. And that's pretty much it for. Now, DiVincenzo had 3 points and 10 rebounds. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see how this series progresses. Give me you guys opinions because I really do um, value your opinion. You know what I'm saying? I like hearing other people's thoughts and seeing you guys give your opinions and all that. So tell me what you guys think.